All right, so this is going on page 66. So I did put just a few things in words. I know this is a review, but we use an algorithm. So basically you have, and terminology is important too, right? When you're dividing things, dividend in the divisor, the quotient is the result, and then if you have a remainder, it's remainder over the divider. So I just wanted you to see it as something like that. Okay, so 0 is used as a placeholder. Got to make sure that we do that. So for instance, 1003, and it kind of explains all that. But it does say, if there is a power of x missing in either place, you must put in a placeholder for it. This long division is important. The long division is going to lead us into synthetic division, and that's actually how we could have done number 18. We had talked about this already. I knew it. Good. All right. So if it looks like this, okay, this is a dividend and a divisor. So we're going to do x minus 2 is going to divide into x cubed minus 5x squared plus 4x minus 2. Now, one thing that video didn't really do, which I think is important, is that they were doing like, okay, x goes, we just look at this first part, right? X goes into x cubed how many times? Well, what would I write up here? X squared, right? So it's x goes into there, x squared is what I would put up here. But I don't want to put it up here. I put x squared above where the x squared term goes. They put it at the very beginning. So x goes into there, x squared. So then when I multiply, x squared times x is x cubed. X squared times a negative 2 is a negative 2x squared. Now, when you subtract, okay, got to do the whole thing, right? Not just the first term. No. Remember what he said in his little song? Maybe you need to go back and watch it again. Because this is the part where if you don't do anything but just try and divide here, you can get yourselves mixed up with the negatives sometimes. So what he was doing was putting a negative out front with the parentheses. But really, if you're going to subtract all this, aren't you just changing the signs on all of this and then adding? So couldn't I make this negative x cubed and a positive x squared? And then I'm actually subtracting, right? Because I'm subtracting a negative. So then when I do that, this is going to give me 0, and then this gives me negative 3x squared. Then I bring everything down, subtract and then bring down, right? So then x goes into negative 3x squared. How many times? Negative 3x. So then negative 3x times x is a negative 3x squared. Negative 3x times negative 2 is positive 6x. So then I subtract and then bring down. So I change all the signs. So that's going to give me negative 2x minus 2. X goes into negative 2x. How many times? Negative 2. So negative 2 times x, negative 2x plus 4. So then again, this becomes positive, this becomes negative. So then that's going to give me a negative 6. Right? Then I can't divide anymore, right? This is my what? Remainder. So I come up here, and that would be minus 6 over x minus 2. There is my answer. Look familiar? Yes, you can do this. Whole business. You do it just like long division you learned in elementary school with numbers. Same concept. Exact same concept. Everybody okay with all that? All right, so then next one. Let's see. We'll just do this one together too. So I've got x squared plus 2x minus 3. And this is 3x to the 4th minus 2x cubed plus 5x squared minus 2x minus 15. Okay, so x squared goes into 3x to the 4th, 3x squared times, yes? Okay, so then that's going to give me, when I multiply it back, 3x to the 4th plus what? 6x cubed minus 9x squared. So I change all my signs, minus, minus, plus. So this is going to give me negative 8x cubed plus 14x squared. Everybody good with all that? Okay. I'm trying to get over the fact that y'all aren't very vocal, so you better stop me if you have a question. Otherwise, I'm going to assume that we've all got it. Bring down the rest, minus 2x minus 15. All right, so then x squared goes into negative 8x cubed, negative 8x times. Yes? All right, so then I multiply. I'm going to get negative 8x cubed minus 16x squared plus 24x. What do you think's going to be the most common thing that people mess up on here? The subtracting the signs. The signs are going to kill you when you're multiplying and subtracting. And do you know how to multiply and add and subtract positive and negative numbers? Yes, you absolutely do. But that's probably where things are going to get messed up. All right, so I'm going to change all my signs. I would be very consistent about that instead of just trying to look at it. So then we've got 30x squared minus 26x minus 15. So then x squared goes into 30x squared, positive 30 times. This is going to give me 30x squared plus 60x minus 90. Change my signs so that I get negative 86x and positive 75. Yes? Okay, so now on the last one, I wrote, once we got to our remainder, since that was a negative number, I put minus, and then I put my whole fraction up there. Is that going to work out too well for me here? No, it is not. Okay, and so this is a conversation I had with Ms. Archer because I thought, all right, every time this comes down like this is fine because that negative goes with the 6, right? So I said, all right, well, most of the things I've seen, it's like plus the negative 6, which is the same thing, right? But we're used to writing the negative, so it really wouldn't matter here either way. But it does matter on this one because I'm not subtracting the whole thing. I'm just subtracting the 86, right? So it is safer if every time here you just add the remainder, whatever it is, and in this case it would be a negative 86x plus 75 over x squared plus 2x minus 3. So even though it didn't matter on the first one, it matters on this one. So since sometimes it matters, I would be consistent in what I do. Just put a plus and then do whatever that says over whatever that says, and you're going to be way better off. Okay? Are we good? Any questions? It looks yucky, but it's really not that bad, right? Okay. All right. So when I go to divide this one, I'm going to get 5x plus 6 divides into 10x to the 4th plus 12x cubed. Then what? Can I just put 30x next? No, because I'm missing my x squared term, so I have to put plus 0x squared plus 30x plus 36. Okay, because if you have to have a placeholder if there is one that's missing. That's important. May not seem important at first, but then when you start to do the problem, things aren't going to work out too well for you. All right, so now 5x goes into 10x to the 4th, 2x cubed times. So this is going to give me 10x to the 4th plus 12x Yes? Okay. So then, when I change my signs, what happens here? They both cancel out, right? So then I can bring this down. I don't necessarily even need this term, but you didn't know that going in, right? So when I bring that down, that's still a 0, so I got 30x plus 36. So 5x goes into 30x how many times? 6, right? Plus 6, we jumped all the way down there, which is fine. And so 6 times that is going to give me 30x plus 36. Here my remainder is 0. So my answer is actually 2x cubed plus 6. That big old nasty looking problem, that's all you really get. Okay, you see what happened? That's why I wanted to do a couple with you, because some of them are weird when things cancel out and bring down. Any questions? All right. Then I want you to do the last one on your own while I pass out the homework. Not finished, go ahead and finish up. You have time to finish, and then look at mine. Don't just copy mine down, okay? Try and finish yours, but then if you have any questions about any of it, let me know. But try and finish it and then match it up, okay?